Yeah.
File extensions?
Yeah, that would be smart.
Plastic.
Yeah. So it was. And the other districts, and time, so that much more we
Yeah,
can.
drawing that's on tight.
Yeah. Cracks. Warranty.
I really don't want to use it.
Well, two extra holes, so actually. Pretty comfortable, it's four per factor. So it's got one thing as a neighbor. So you heard the last one. All right, we're recording, Scott. We can go.
Okay. This time I'd like to call to order our April 15th Parks and Recreation meeting. And at this time, can everyone please rise for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic, one nation under God, well, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, the first order of public input. Mark, do we have any emails?
Nothing, through email, and just, we can call roll call.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Roll call.
Jose?
Here.
Robin? Here. Scott?
Here.
Dan?
Here.
Kristen? Here. Jeff?
Yes. Present. We all don't know.
You can just acknowledge it.
Yeah. Without any emails, if there's any public input, if anybody would like to come up this time. No?
Well, that makes it heavy.
You're up.
We do an overall signage, you just use attendance, so
Okay.
not necessarily who speak.
Good afternoon, my name is Tim Orms. I live at 10145 Andrew Lane in Munster. And I'm concerned about the park situation that's being proposed for a playground area behind my lot and my neighbor lot. He lives, Dr. Z just lives one lot to the north of me. When I bought my lot in 2019, there was no plan to have a park there. I think actually I didn't find out until later. I was actually, I was part of phase one, but I was supposed to be part of phase two. There was some confusion over the drawing of the phases, but anyway, long story short, I'm kind of limited. I envisioned pretty much an open space. I talked to Bill Williamson, community resources, before I purchased the property, about what the plans were regarding behind my property, and that's what saw your plumbing area. And he's indicated there's no plans that he's aware of. But he said, he goes, the other area to your south, which is now a cul-de-sac, was going to be developed probably, it'd be a number of years. Okay, that happened pretty quickly. But I envisioned when I bought the lot, I wanted a good size lot, and I wanted an open space. An open space was behind me, and it was kind of all weeds, which is a great design by me. And I built a house with a lot of windows in the back, and I wanted a lot of natural light. I didn't ever imagine that my windows would be viewing areas for people to look into my house, because there's going to be a park behind me. When the first I heard about the park came along in September of 21, when the Plan Commission kind of wheeled around and accepted the modified phase two with 12 lots instead of 16. And but I was assured by a park board member, when he personally, Dave Serpin, that was just going to be green space. It's just going to be deeded over to the town, because that's what they needed to do to make the deal work. It's going to be green space. I went to the meeting, the Zoom meeting, September of 21, and it was approved, the phase two. And I was, okay, that's the way it's going to be. That's great. There was a memo issued by the park board to the Plan Commission October 5th of 21, recommending to have no easements between residential lots. The town engineer, Tom Vanderwood, assured me, he goes, Tim, if there, what makes the most sense would be to have access from behind lots 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, whatever it would, the number of lots to the corner, or to what would be, yeah, it would be, well, it would be to the south, going toward down the drive. So anyway, I didn't know this, but at a meeting for the Plan Commission, they disregarded the park board recommendations and they approved sidewalks right next to my property. No idea. My builder dug the hole in April of 22. I get a call from him in June of 22. Tim, they're putting a sidewalk in next to your property. I go, well, my property's not done yet. How could they be doing that? He goes, no, I mean alongside your property, not in front of it. I had no idea. That's the first thing that happened, and then the sidewalk was literally just thrown in there. It was no regard for the elevations that have been shot by my surveyor. It was way too low. I had flooding and mud and nothing but headache for a year and a half. But it was still supposed to be green space, and that's why the sidewalk just ended at the end of my property. This sidewalk to nowhere. It's got a pond that formed by the sidewalk. It came up more recently. So I had to wait the entire summer last year after I moved in December 23 to get a yard because it was all mud. I had to regrade it based on what they're going to do behind me. I waited and waited and waited and couldn't enjoy my backyard last year. It was just dirt and mud. I had to redo all my sprinklers because they all were put in at the grading which we were shot at. Had to change everything last year. Mr. Hines was well aware of it. I was out there a lot with the grading and regrading, and it was all basically okay, except the swale's kind of low, but it does drain. But then the idea or this talk of a playground behind my property came up, and I'm like, and Mr. Hines said, well, Tim, you might need to put like at least a split rail fence or something just in the corner so you can tell people, they can tell where your property is and where the park starts. I'm like, why should I have to do that? I didn't sign up for this. I bought that lot with the vision of having a nice, wonderful view behind me. And now we're talking about a playground area with no lights, right? No police access. You have Columbia Drive. Police can't do anything to Columbia Drive if somebody is out there after dusk, because that's park hours are closed. Who's going to enforce that? Me? Am I going to kick people out of the park? The police have no access unless they drive down my sidewalk next to it's not my sidewalk, it's your sidewalk, alongside my house to get there, or they drive around the pond on the grass, which is always flooded to the north of where this park area is. It's ridiculous. I didn't sign up for this. And this is being ridiculous. It's just insane. I know there's been a recommendation from the park director to do a park over by Nickty, over by where the South Shore is. And that makes some sense. And I was thinking about it, and it seems odd to have a park by a railroad track, right? What's Westlake's got? They have a playground area, they have a cricket field, they have soccer fields, they have basketball courts and tennis courts, all adjoining the other side of the railroad track. It's right there. And what's between them and the residential area? A strip of water and a whole big row of trees. So they have privacy there. To put this in an area where it doesn't need to be, and putting along Columbia Avenue, I can see Columbia pretty clearly. But it's far enough away, I don't think people see me that clearly, and I appreciate that. But people go pretty fast on Columbia, and if you want to have a fence, there's going to be a fence between the railroad track and a park. You have a fence between Columbia and a park. Me personally, my kids are older now, I would take my chances with being over by the railroad tracks, quite frankly, because it's what can happen there after hours. What I'm concerned about. I mean, a toddler park at 2 in the afternoon is wonderful. It's what people envision, swinging on a swing. But I'm worried about 2 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock at night when it's dark and there's no lights back there. And it's just me and my neighbor, and I don't know what's going to happen back there. And there's no police access to it. It's ridiculous. If it's over by there's no parking. They're going to be parking in front of my house. There's no parking. Anything under 5 acres, you guys don't require parking, which is that's a good rule. But it's a bad rule when you throw up a sidewalk without anybody knowing about it, well, at least me knowing about it. Next is 21 feet from my master bedroom window, the sidewalk that appeared. I asked you to seriously consider my concerns, my neighbor's concerns. His house was being built, actually was built before mine. 2019. So we both have the same concerns. There's no proposed fences, there's nothing to separate it, and there's nothing to stop people from going on and through our properties, quite frankly. That was just happening a few days ago. He asked me if I had a camera, pick up somebody who's walking through between our houses, not even on the sidewalk to the south of me. They're just walking between our houses. That's just the beginning. If there's a park back there, I mean, a dedicated park. Green space, fine. I get that. That's what I didn't change my plans to build my house because I told there's green space. But if I knew right now that you're gonna put a playground behind me, there's other lots. I would have looked elsewhere. I would have spent my money elsewhere. I think I took his 2 minutes too.
You're speaking as behalf of the group, so.
No, thank you. We appreciate
I
that.
appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And hi, Mr. Reed. Nice to meet you in person.
Yeah, I was like, I remember dealing with this a long time ago, how many years ago was that?
It was 21, the summer of 21.
Like dog years. I recognized the name, I was like, wait a minute, why do I remember that name?
Thank you. I know, 2 minutes.
Anyone else for public input? Okay, next we move on to administrative matters, and we have approval of park board minutes from March.
Looks good to me.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Yeah, let's roll call.
Jose,
Yes.
Robin? Yes. Dan?
Yes.
Kristen?
I'll vote
Yes.
twice.
Scott?
Yes.
Okay.
We have 3 vouchers up this month, 25-4A through 25-4C. Hope everyone has had a chance to look at them. Any questions or concerns? Like, look good to me.
Make a motion to approve.
Second. Roll call, please.
Jose,
Yes.
Robin? Yes. Dan?
Yes.
Kristen? Yes. Scott?
Yes. And Mark? April report.
Yeah, you have a printed report from, our printed report from us, I'm just kind of open up and if you have any questions on anything that we reported on there, we can try and answer them. Otherwise, it's kind of standard.
My question on the Centennial Park slide, I was actually there this weekend, it looks nice. There is a temporary fence, I'm assuming to let the concrete part.
Yeah, that actually
Yeah.
came down, it's down,
Oh,
and
it is?
everything's open as of
Okay.
today, I think it was. Yeah, I'll take it down, make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
Thank you, Kevin, for putting this slide in. I know no one's here to thank you. That usually comes,
guys.
but thank you very much.
And it is one, I guess I would note, it was Kevin's group that did it, we were waiting for the installation of the guys who did the Cobblestones Park and who's gonna do the Briar Creek Park. They've been waiting for the ground to dry out, so they left town, they're from Fort Wayne, so it wasn't easy for them to run back, so Kevin took their time with his crew and just, were able to do it took us a little bit longer than probably not something we normally do, but I think did a good job with it, got it done.
I can't wait to use it, Kevin. He's waiting for that snow fence to come down.
I did see it over the weekend. So I'm glad Jose asked. That was gonna be one of my questions. Any further development on the concept for the pickleball courts? Any? update?
I'm waiting for the pricing to come from them, so hopefully next month we'll have
Okay.
them talk about it. I did get a little bit of parking, they gave us 2 options where we could potentially consider parking and getting those estimates. I wanted to bring it to you all as together at once, so you can kind of have that discussion, so hopefully that should be here next month. I met with them, early last week, so we're just waiting for the figures to come together for that. See where we go from there, and hopefully I can take a look at what our available funding is, whether we can do it, or if we need to add dollars in the bond issue later this year for maybe to consider doing most improvements next year.
Awesome. Mr. Gardner, town council report.
Just announcing the strategic planning session next Tuesday, April 22nd, here in the town hall. It's from 6 o'clock to 8 p.m. Earth Day festivities will be April 26th, this upcoming or next Saturday. It's a combination of some park programs, some civic foundation work, some sustainability groups, and also the weed wrangle people. And then finally, I think we are in the final stages of potentially getting our town manager on board. I believe next week will be his start date, so looking forward to that. Any questions?
Did he accept the job or cheat?
It is a he, and yes, I believe he's accepted the job. I think we're far enough along that I can say that now.
Awesome. Okay, our next item for discussion is our resolution. Mark,
Yes, this is resolution 2025-01, amending Schedule A of our park-related fees. This is our standard kind of seasonal resolution based upon our brochure coming out with all of our updated fees. This one, we also threw in there a lot of the fees that are also duplicated in the town council Schedule A, some of our other regular rates that we have on the books when if needed. So we have those approved every so often. Those, nothing has changed in what that section of it, other than just kind of having an updated version. It was last approved in 2023. I believe.
Yeah.
So we are-
Oh, the pool fees, I'm sorry,
We
the pool
updated.
section
That's
was
right.
updated based upon
Yes.
what you already approved from this past fall for this coming season.
but we're
So
looking
that's
to
the
approve
ones.
this tonight.
Yes, that would, so one approval of this resolution will approve all those fees together, that are attached to this as our Schedule A.
Anybody have any questions? Any of the fees?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-01.
I'll second.
Roll call, James?
Jose,
Yes.
Robin. Yes. Dan,
Yes.
Kristen. Yes. Scott.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, that was nice and short tonight. So our next meeting is May 20th, and like Mr. Gardner had mentioned, next week we have the town board meeting that we can come to for master plan. So if anyone here would like to attend that as well, please come. It is important. We've had good turnout for our park one in the past, so it'd be helpful.
And also, Scott, just to throw out there, Tuesday, May 6th at 5 p.m. will be our next work study session that we have scheduled for the continuing discussion on the clubhouse area of Centennial Park. So that'll be in this room this time.
Next one.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right, motion to adjourn. We'll see everybody back May 20th.
Aye.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Aye.
We're going.
Can we do an eye on that? Or
Yeah, yeah.
approve?
Aye,
Yes,
yeah.
or- I want to see approve of everybody.